Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed inaugurates the 13th industrial park of the country in Samara. And Addis Ababa to enjoy a new state-of-the-art terminal. This is Addis News Hour, and many thanks for joining us with the news. I'm Shifarao Lakom. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has conferred with leaders of regional states on priority issues of the government in the coming 3 months. In his latest tweet, Prime Minister Abiy disclosed that the two-day meeting with regional leadership focused on national and regional geopolitical issues. The Premier said the meeting also deliberates on major plans and activities to be undertaken the next 3 months. In another story, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has inaugurated Samara Industrial Park. The park is believed to enhance the production of raw materials, mainly for textile and apparel industries. Demis Smokra has more on that.
The Samara Industry Park is one of the 13 government-developed industry parks constructed to create multiple investment options. The park was inaugurated by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. The Samara Industry Park, which locates in the Afar region, is expected to serve as a catalyst for accelerated trade along a key import-export corridor for the country. The park can also be important for textile and apparel industries, providing them with the much-needed raw material cotton. Officially inaugurating the industry park, Prime Minister Abiy said the tenacity demonstrated to finalize the park's construction is exemplary to similar projects.
The construction of this industry park was launched almost a year ago. The park is now already finalized and it incorporates all standard facilities for upcoming investors. The park shows us the possibility to create more industry zones with a similar pace in other parts of the country. We're happy to witness such an industry park here in Afar, and my appreciation for those who lead the construction of this park.
The Premier firmly asserted that his government will continue with sweeping reforms, forbidding scorching comments targeted towards his government.
የሚዲያ ዘመቻዎች እና ማስፈራራቶች ሳንንበረከክ ተስፋ ሳንቆርጥ
We will persevere with our goals to finalize all our mega projects defying anti-propaganda campaigns. We will show the radiation of our success to the world, inaugurating different projects. To this end, I want to call on all Ethiopians to stand in unison and fight for the better.
The Samara Industry Park rests on 50 hectares of land with 8 sheds that can accommodate a number of investors. The park is believed to be home to many apparel and textile manufacturers.
Now, the Southwest Region Referendum Project Office announces that the pre- and post-referendum processes are well in progress. Committee members of the project office are discussing the overall process of the referendum that determines the fate of the 11th regional state in the country. Kasaun Chani has the details.
The process to hold a referendum that determines the fate of the 11th Ethiopian regional state is being conducted carefully. There is, according to the East-West Region Referendum Project Office. The new emerging state is to include more than 5 zones of the southern nation nationalities and people's state, which is now starting to crumble into pieces.
From the outset, our office set 3 phases to oversee the pre- and post-referendum process to enable the emerging state function without difficulty. The project office has been executing decisive works with its different task forces so far.
We have tried to participate different segments of the society to come up with critical alternatives about naming of the newly emerging regional state, its flag, emblem and other important elements. This eventually will be introduced to the larger public for open decision. We have already prepared the necessary documents.
The Ethiopian parliament has urged the people of the zones and districts that will participate in the referendum to vote peacefully and responsibly. The referendum will happen concomitantly with the general election.
The Addis Ababa city administration has inaugurated a state-of-the-art bus terminal at Mercato, the largest open-air market in Africa. Deputy Mayor of Addis Ababa, Addis, and other senior officials have attended the inaugural ceremony. Daniel Kasaun has more on that.
The bus terminal in Mercato has 2 floors with their exit and entrance facilities each and accommodates 20 buses at a time. The terminal will help coordinate Ambassa city buses to 35 directions and Sheikh mass transport buses to 17 service lines to various parts of the metropolis and the environs. Deputy Mayor of Addis Ababa, Ababa, indicated her city administration is striving to provide solutions to transport-related problems. In this regard, various infrastructures are being built, smart technologies are put in place, and up to the standard parking lots are being introduced. Head of the Addis Ababa City Transport Bureau, Engineer Stota Yola, for his part, said the terminal provides services to 80,000 passengers on a daily basis. Located in Mercato area, the new terminal will accommodate a number of facilities including cafes, tickets, offices, and shops.
The newly built terminal will allow the older city bus Ambassa transport passengers to 35 destinations in Addis Ababa, while the younger city commuter Sheikh bus will transport its customers to and from 17 destinations. The new Mercato bus terminal, built with an outlay of 200 million birr, begins operations. The unique bus terminal, named after Mercato, is said to be the most convenient bus terminal.
The latest facility is different from existing terminals in that it's not only an arrival and departure center for commuters, but also owns 2-story floors to host up to 20 buses at a time, which is a higher number than what the existing terminals could accommodate.
Welcome back. You're still watching Addis News Hour. Ethiopian Space Science Technology Institute has inaugurated a multi-satellite ground station capable of receiving and analyzing data from 5 international satellites, as well as ETRWS-1 and ET-SMART. The institute says data from the country's ETRWS-1 and ET-SMART satellites are being used by various sectors. Emmanuel Jorge reports.
Ethiopian Space Science Technology Institute inaugurated Saturday a multi-satellite ground station capable of receiving data from 5 international Earth observatory satellites which are operated by countries other than Ethiopia. Ethiopia is working on a digital transformation strategy compatible with the country's 10-year development plan to enable build a digital economy. And this new facility is part of the plan for digital transformation. Satellite Operation Director in Ethiopian Space Science Institute, Sheikh said the data from the country's 2 satellites, ETRSS-1 and ETSmart, are being used by various sectors of the government.
Up to now, we have launched 2 satellites. From the satellites, we are taking images. We are continuously, every day we take images from the satellites which will be applied for agriculture, water resource monitoring, vegetation mapping, and for other similar applications. We are taking data continuously. So far, all the satellites are working normally. All these satellites are giving all the data services, and different government organizations are making use of the data for their applications.
An agreement has been reached to receive data from satellites of China, Brazil, the United Kingdom and the European Union. Among the main partners of Ethiopian Space Science Technology Institute, Vice President of China Head Aerospace Technology, Wei Sun, said this site is a great milestone of Ethiopia's space science development for several reasons.
This is MultiMission satellite receiving ground station is a significant milestone for the East, because once this now today is inauguration of the ground station, and from after today, then the East will be able to receive satellite imagery from MultiMission, and now immediately we already installed a terminal for the SuperView constellation 4 satellite. Is a very high resolution 0.5 meter pan, 2 meter multispectral, and it's very good for the city monitoring, to support the defense, security, and also for the disaster management. Now also, we also installed the terminal to receive Gaofen GF3. This is a radar satellite, so it's a full weather satellite. You can take image day and night, also even cloud. So this is very good for the, if you have cloud, you can overcome cloud for the flood monitoring, and also you can take image in the night, and for the military, for other application, for disaster management.
The institute is working to expand space science technology in Ethiopia and to launch other satellites to space in the near future.
From now onwards, we will have access to 5 international satellites in addition to what we have. And in the next, we are planning to launch our own Earth observation, which will have high resolution. ETRSS-2, it is under plan, and also we are now working other satellite systems like communication satellite.
The new facility is expected to play a big role in maximizing up institute's effort to become leading and effective central facility in receiving and analyzing satellite information.
The Chinese People's Liberation Army has donated COVID-19 vaccines and provided financial support for Ethiopian National Defense Forces to strengthen cooperation between the two sides. Commending the support, Ethiopian Defense Force Minister Kanaya Deta said the Chinese government has been working in cooperation with the ENDF in various fields for a long time. Alula Teklamariam has more on that.
The Minister of Ethiopian National Defense Force, Kanaya Deta, affirmed that the diplomatic relations between Ethiopia and China is getting stronger and stronger from time to time. The minister underscored that China has offered education opportunities in various expertises, including the military.
ዛሬ ያደረጉልን ትብብር በተለይ ደግሞ ኮቪድን ለመከላከል የሰጡት
Today's support from the Chinese government deserves a precious value. We really thank them for their big support given to our National Defense Force. These all signal the all-rounded cooperation between the two nations. The bilateral ties between China and Ethiopia is not only limited to the economic sector, it also intensifies in the military cooperation. We have memorandum of understanding to cooperate in the defense sector.
Further commended China for sharing Ethiopia's voice in the United Nations Security Council.
ግንኙነቱ በኢኮኖሚ ብቻም ሳይሆን በወታደራዊ ትብብሩም በጥሩ ሁኔታ ላይ ነው ያለው።
China has been mentioned among the countries that respect Ethiopia's sovereignty in the United Nations Security Council. We are really grateful to China and Russia for their irreplaceable support.
Meanwhile, Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia, Zhao Ziyang, said the Chinese military support Ethiopian Defense Force is a sign of long-standing friendship between the two sisterly countries, recalling the importance of the medical support to help curb the spread of COVID-19.
The China PLA-aided vaccines will surely help protect the life and health of many Ethiopian defense officers and soldiers from the ravages of pandemic. Since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, the People's Liberation Army of China has overcome the severe challenges of domestic COVID-19 prevention, supplied antivirus materials to Ethiopian defense forces, and is pushing forward the construction and operation of high-tech hospital together with Ethiopian counterpart. At the same time, Ethiopian and Chinese militaries are working closely in many other cooperation areas as a close friend, reliable partner, and good brother of Ethiopia. Chinese PLA will stand firmly with Ethiopian defense forces to fight against pandemic together in this difficult time.
The ambassador said China-Ethiopia military relations will continue being cemented in various fields, which is part of the strategic relationship signed between the two leaders of the countries.
The China-Ethiopia military cooperation enjoys broad prospects. I believe our two sides will continue to implement the major consensus reached by the leaders of our two countries, promote the bilateral military relations, and enlarge the contents of the China-Ethiopia Comprehensive Strategic Cooperative Partnership in the new era.
Meanwhile, the government of China donated worth 23 million birr medical supplies to the state of Amhara.
Africa is a continent of diversity, with varied climates and enchanting geography, and a people so distinct, but with a shared enduring spirit. We are at the heart.
Let's have a look.
We celebrate Africa.
Ethiopia. Tanzania.
Now in our continental news, Madagascar has started vaccinating its population against the coronavirus. The country received a shipment of 250,000 vaccine doses from COVAX last week, the first to arrive in the country. Madagascar, a large island nation off southeastern Africa, is currently fighting a second wave of the virus that's threatening to overwhelm its health system. The country has had a total of just under 40,000 coronavirus cases, with 748 deaths, according to a tally kept by Johns Hopkins University in the United States.